Me. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's Tuesday to the Tuesday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. We burn shit down around here, namely oppression. Namely, we burn suckers around here. Who else we burn? We burn fuck boys and girls. Who else we burn around here? I mean, like literally with fire, not with like, you know, chlamydia. Just you know what? Let me be quiet before I get but as Kalechi say, they will that but let me quit talking before they call me a talker out here. I'm just talking, y'all. Just talking shit. Anyway, welcome y'all to the program. Let me get into this chat. Appreciate you guys making some time. I let's say an interesting show. I mean, good is subjective, right? I mean, that whether or not it's good is really up to y'all. That's I leave that at y'all's feet, you know taste and whatnot. But I got an interesting show. Let's see. There was a story that I found because I boycott social media. You know what I'm saying? I do not dig the social media, not because I'm too old to appreciate social media. No, this shit is bad for you. It's bad for you. It's bad for me. It's bad for the children. It's bad for the old folks. Like there's not an age demographic out here that social media is actually helping, right? So I'm the only fucking adult that's honest about the shit. Everybody else be like, "Oh, wait, we have to look out for the children." Yeah, we do have to look out for the children, but guess what? We are newbies, relatively speaking, in this digital, cesspool, as it were. So yeah, this shit affects the kids more, but it affects us too, right? So when it's time, to start looking for shit to talk about, I do go on social media. And I saw this story that apparently had been viral about this black mother in Memphis, Tennessee. Tennessee, we need to have a talk. This lady is being dragged around the internet because she's an esthetician. She does hair waxing, hair removal, and she posted herself and her child on Instagram and posted her daughter, her small daughter, giving Brazilian waxes to women. And because of clout, like I said, she told on herself on the internet. And then because of snitching, because motherfuckers love to tell, she got told on. And now this lady has been charged with child abuse and neglect. And I have lots to say, not only about her judgment, but more specifically, what the fuck constitutes as child abuse and neglect? Because I disagree with this woman being arrested and charged because she made a poor decision as a parent that I don't think endangered the child or affected, you know, the baby was okay. Like the baby was housed and fed, and the mother made a very poor decision. And now she's being charged criminally. And I disagree with that. But I want to get into that. Maybe you guys are already familiar with the story and heard it. If not, it's a little bit of something to tell. Later on in the show, I wanted to talk about Trump, not Trump. Like, oh, Trump's ahead in the South Carolina primary. I don't give a fuck if this nigga's ahead, behind, above, or under. I don't give a goddamn about Donald Trump. But goddamn, this nigga never ceases to deliver with spectacle and with humor, right? And Trump just dropped the new Air Magas. Well, I don't know. I just made that up. I don't know if they're actually called the Air Magas. But if you guys did not see, this week or late last week, Donald Trump was in Philadelphia at the Sneaker Con, the nationally renowned sneakerhead convention where he spoke and released his new Donald Trump sneakers. Now you're like, Kim, who the fuck cares? No. This shit is funny, y'all. This shit is funny. This shit is funny. Regardless of what you think about Trump, and I know many people find him repulsive and reprehensible. Not to say that I don't, but I see his usefulness and his utility. Like for anybody that wants America to fall down, you might want to root for Trump. Because Trump is out here telling any and every old thing, telling Russia to go ahead and attack NATO allies. I said, America's about to fall faster than it thought if Trump gets back in the White House. So, outstanding work from the former president. But we're going to get to that. Hold on, let me get into this chat. I'm sorry. Let me welcome everybody. Um, Thank you to everybody. Oh, I like to make an announcement. This is the first week of our 2-week winter fundraiser. And I know y'all are like, Kim, it's 80 degrees where I'm at, wherever you may be. Spring is definitely about to start sprunging, but better late than never. We do a winter fundraiser. We usually do it at the end of winter, which would be around now. So any support, gang, we appreciate all the free support. Make no mistake about it. But we need the kind that folds. we appreciate the kind that jingles, but it is time for the kind that folds. So a little later on the show, I will be putting out our cash platforms and in the ways that you're able to support us. We would certainly appreciate any support. I can't remember what our goal is. What's our goal, Will? What did I say? What did Molly give us a goal? I don't know. Let's say, I don't say, let's big money, big money. I don't know what big money to root and pray for here. So maybe we'll say 2,500. Is that, no, I know y'all like Kim, that's little money. I know that, but I mean, we're a little channel. So maybe we should keep our expectations reasonable, right? So let's say 2,500. If we could raise 2,500 in 2 weeks, that would be great. If we could exceed 2,500 in 2 weeks, that would be fucking phenomenal. And I would love you all to pieces. But guess what? I love you all anyway. So anything that you guys can do, we'll get into the cash platforms here in just a little bit. Hold on, let me get into this chat. Oh, of course. Oh, now y'all want to run a fucking commercial. I cannot stand YouTube, y'all. YouTube sends me an email weekly at this point. Video cannot be monetized because blah blah blah. I wish you guys could see what videos that they are demonetizing. It's like this shit is they're demonetizing videos that I posted a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, pressed ass motherfuckers. Like, what y'all? Anyway, fuck them. Hold on, let me get to the chat. Live chat, please and thank you. Let's see who's in here. Oh, let me send a special shout out to our good sister Courtney, the SLP. Courtney, we love you, baby. We miss you. You reach out if you need anything, Courtney. You just say what's up out here, Court. We love you, Courtney, and we not gonna stand for no bullshit. So I'm gonna leave that at that. Big up to, like I said, Courtney. Shout out to Latif, our mods of this illustrious channel. Is it illustrious? Yeah, we'll call it illustrious. We're moving on up in the world, everybody. So yeah, let's poke our chest out a little bit. What's up, Holly? Thank you so much for making some time. Quaker Anarchist, thank you so much for making the time. We appreciate it. Damien, Stoner Loner, good to see you in here, baby. Sweary Fairy, thank you so much for making time. John Kemper, one of our new patrons, because John Kemper's a real one out this motherfucker. Thank you so much, John Kemper. Who else we got in here? Hold on. Y'all know I gotta scroll. If you participate in the disability support chat, you are familiar with my process over here. So give me a little time to assemble all the namages. What's up, 40J Blaze in the building? Eric B for president is in this joint. Who else we got in here? Wendy, of course, is in here. Thank you so much. Afra is in here. Lady Alex, thank you so much for making the time. See, some people I feel like some folks I just shout out because I expect them to either come later. Oh, look at Dawn. Donnie, thank you so much. Donnie just cashed out this some support. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that, babe. And listen, guys, again, I want y'all to know, like, any support is appreciated. Oh shit. Is that all I have to do every time? I see y'all make me think that I don't beg for money enough. Because when I do put out the request, here come the request. Here it come. Quaker, thank you so much, baby. Thank you guys so much for your support. Hold on, now my damn phone done froze up. Hope is it freezing up for the support? It's too much support being provided at the same time. I appreciate it all, guys. Thank you guys so much. What was I about to say? Oh, I was doing shout outs. I'm sorry. I'm about to get into the first story here in a second, but I just wanted to recognize all present, or as many as I'm able to recognize that are present. Thank you guys so much. What's up, Alicia? Thank you, baby, for coming through. Is my son in here? Where's Tyler? Tyler, you in here yet? Tyler will be in here because Tyler don't like to disappoint his internet mama. I appreciate that, baby. So listen, guys, thank you guys for making the time. We're going to start off, honestly, on... I'm trying to get the serious business out the way first. Please give the video a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, Burn It Down with Kim Brown, BIDWKB, around the internet, follow us places. The first business that we need to address is the continued fuckery and genocide that the Palestinian people are experiencing at the hands of the Israelis, but from the munitions provided by the United States. And on the United Nations Security Council, there was another vote today, Tuesday, about a ceasefire in Gaza. Okay, this would be the third such vote that the UN Security Council has undertaken. And this time, this particular vote, Will, if you could you put up that the tweet for me, please, from the United Nations? Came straight from the UN, actually. Hold on, god damn it. That's a bunch of shit on my phone. Because, I mean, unsurprisingly to everybody, the main people out here disarming the possibilities of a ceasefire or a peace is the United States, because there was a vote on the UN Security Council, and the only people to vote against the ceasefire resolution was the United States. Isn't that something? Oh shit, I can't read that. What is that? I thought I had taken a picture of it, and apparently I didn't. I thought I had. My deepest apologies. But what we're going to see on the video clip is going to be an excerpt from the UN ambassador, the United States ambassador to the United Nations. Her name is Linda Thomas-Greenfield. Greenfield. She's a Black woman. I'm sure you guys know this. And like some of her predecessors, Nikki Haley, who else? John Bolton. Who else? Disappointment. Fucking Colin Powell. Who else? Another shameful representation, but accurate. A shameful but accurate representation of the United States that are the fuckers that we send to the United Nations, right? So we are going to hear the vote tally, and then we're going to hear some remarks from Ambassador Linda. And y'all, when I tell you the cringe and the I'm gonna say shame. I was shamed. I felt shame that this black woman born in this country, this black woman who climbed to this very high position in all her marginalized identity, has assumed to be the voice for this empire. And I know that is with intention, right? To try to soften, I suppose, the appearance or the presentation of the US. Look, the US lets some of its blacks do things, right? Doesn't matter. The message still remains the same. So anyway, let's check out what happened on the UN Security Council. For the third time, the United States spitting in the face of the opportunities of a potential ceasefire to save lives in Palestine. Let's take a look.
The draft resolution has not been adopted owing to the negative vote of a permanent member of the Council. I now give the floor to those members of the Council who wish to make statements after the vote. I give the floor to the representative of the United States.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, over the past few weeks, we have made incredibly clear that the resolution before the Council would not achieve the goal of a sustainable peace and may in fact run counter to it. Proceeding with a vote today was wishful and irresponsible. And so while we cannot support a resolution that would put sensitive negotiations in jeopardy, we look forward to engaging on a text that we believe will address so many of the concerns we all share, a text that can and should be adopted by the Council. so that we can have a temporary ceasefire as soon as practicable, based on the formula of all hostages being released. This temporary ceasefire is critical to getting aid into the hands of Palestinian civilians who desperately need it. We should look towards this text so that we can finally condemn Hamas for their horrific attacks on October 7th, which set this conflict into motion, so that we can empower Senior Coordinator Cog and the United Nations, because her success is the UN's success. And it is so very needed to ensure civilians get the aid that they need more efficiently and effectively, and just more, period. And so that ultimately we can together help create a future in which Israelis and Palestinians live in states of their own, side by side, in peace. We're committed to engaging constructively on our resolution with you all in the days to come to that end. And we will continue to tirelessly engage in direct diplomacy and negotiations on the ground. Thank you.
Representative of the United States for her statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of China.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President.
All right, so there you have it. You are listening live, raw, and unfiltered over in the United Nations in New York as a resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza has failed in the United Nations. There were 13 votes in favor of that resolution. The U.S. was the sole vote against it, and there was one abstention, so it did not pass. U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield speaking right there. She had previously said that the Biden administration would veto that Arab-backed resolution, and the U.S. also has circulated a rival U.N. resolution that would support a temporary truce linked to the release of all of the remaining hostages, and it would lift restrictions on the delivery of humanitarian aid. But again, we did receive word here, that vote happening right there on your screen, the resolution that would demand a ceasefire, failing in the United Nations.
Failing because the United States made sure that it failed. And there was so much wrong with that lady's statement, Ambassador Thomas Greenfield. She says that Palestine needs more aid. There is absolutely a humanitarian crisis happening in Gaza. There is an estimated 500,000 Palestinians that I hate to even say the phrase on the brink of starvation, because I think if you're on the brink, you're already pretty much fucking starving, right? Like, I don't know what the brink of starvation is. Like, you're starving, right? The brink, the middle, the end, like you are already in a starvation crisis, right? So that is what we're dealing with there, in part, right? The other part, she said, talking about we could come to a two-state solution so both Israelis and Palestinians can live side by side. Netanyahu has already said that's not what the fuck he wants. Netanyahu says that that's not even an option. He is here to rid Palestine fully, not only of Hamas, right? He says Hamas, but it's like, wow, if y'all are targeting Hamas soldiers, which I imagine not all, but overwhelmingly most of them would be male, then why are all the deaths in Palestine, 2/3 of which are women and children? Don't sound like you're targeting Hamas. Sounds like you're targeting literally the lifeblood of Palestine, the children of Palestine, and the women that create more Palestinians. Like, that's who is being overwhelmingly murdered here by Israeli forces, not Hamas soldiers. And it's this insane sort of dystopia where in the United Nations, even on the UN Security Council, right? And it's interesting there, not interesting, but expected that the US mainstream media would cut off. Nobody cares what the fuck China got to say, right? They're like, all right, cut that shit off. Nobody cares what China got to say, but the fact that China, Russia, who else is on the UN Security Council, permanent members? I think France, the member that abstained, Damien, correct me if I got this wrong, it was the UK, right? Was the only vote to abstain from the vote, right? The US voted no, the UK abstained, everybody else voted in favor. And I saw a comment on Twitter where a person, I can't remember who it was. I apologize because I do like to credit other people's thoughts. I don't just like to collect what the fuck other people say on Twitter and then recycle it as my own. I do like to credit people, but I can't remember who said this. But I just so y'all know, this ain't my thought, but I agreed with it. You know, the United States is a rogue nation out here, yo. Strictly flying in the face, defying the will of international institutions that it helped to create, right? Like, what is the point of having international bodies like the United Nations, like the ICJ, if everybody ain't going to adhere to the shit, right? Like, why should we be in community if them motherfuckers, them being us actually, well, not us, but the state of the United States, if the United States is just going to do whatever the fuck, what's the fuck the even point of having a United Nations, a Security Council, international governing bodies, international courts, if the biggest military power on the planet is not going to adhere to any of it, right? Like the US is in the isolation here. Well, the US standing alongside with Israel. And again, when you look at a myriad of votes, especially shit concerning Cuba, especially shit concerning Venezuela, usually it's the whole world voting to lift the embargo on Cuba with 2 votes against, and it'd be the United States and fucking Israel. And obviously, these 2 countries are going to embrace each other all the way down into the pits of hell. Joe Biden is enabling a genocide right here on his watch. That the fact that the US is not having their terms of the ceasefire, with their terms plus Israel's terms of the ceasefire being worded in exactly the way that it wants it to be worded, then the U.S. says, you know what, fuck, we can't support no parts of a ceasefire. But they'll send that black woman up there to kind of give, big mama energy, auntie energy. We really want all of this to come to an end. We want all the aid to get through to Palestine, but we just can't agree with everybody else in the world on how to do that. Well, everybody else in the world is very clear-eyed about what's happening. There's a genocide happening. It's happening at the express permission of the United States. And don't let all of the media reports about how the Biden administration is upset with Netanyahu because there's indiscriminate bombing and the bombing is over the top and too many civilians are being killed. But where are the actions? Where are the deeds? Where are the actual consequences coming from the United States towards Israel to help to deter any of the carnage that Israel is unleashing on Palestine? There is none. There is none. In fact, Joe Biden has got his lackeys in Congress. Schumer, who else? Who's a majority? Oh, Hakeem Jeffries, all these bitch niggas. Got them all in Congress trying to drum up support for the for the standalone military aid to go to Ukraine. Did they pass that shit? I keep falling asleep on whatever the fuck Congress is doing. I'm sorry. I can't I keep falling asleep on this Congress because I'm like, these are the most effectless, ineffective, non-governing, inability to agree on anything. Like the fact that the Republicans just can only agree to impeach, Mayorkas and go after Hunter Biden. I'm like, generally I do support all of those kinds of actions because I think the Biden crime family must be stopped out here. However, in terms of their actual business, I don't know what's actually going on, but I don't think that military resolution, that bill got passed. I'm not sure. I don't think it did. But anyway, but it's not for lack of trying, right? It's not for lack of trying to send billions of more military aid to Israel to help them to continue to kill Palestinians. So I just wanted to just reinforce that Joe Biden is enabling a genocide. He is turning his back on innocent civilians. And the fact is, guys, I mean, we are witnessing this. And I'm just curious. Let me get into the chat here because I know a lot of people that traffic in these spaces, not exclusively my space, but BPM. And I know you guys go to other channels and shit. I know y'all follow other lefty YouTubers that are talking about Palestine, but like in your real actual lives, like when you go over to your mama house on Sunday, like what's the people talking about? Are people even concerned about Palestine? And this goes for everybody across all race, age, demographics. Cuz I'm disheartened though not surprised at the lack of compassion coming from Americans towards what's happening in Palestine. And as somebody who is 45 years old, I can tell you that for a long time, I can remember being school aged in high school, and Clinton was the president, and Yasser Arafat was coming over to the U.S. to go to Camp David to go meet with who was it, Ariel Sharon, like some Israeli prime minister, and but all of this stuff has been going on for a long time, but contextually, most Americans don't understand why it's going on, and they don't understand why we are involved, right? They just kind of go off that, Judeo-Christian, we stand shoulder to shoulder with our Jewish brothers because they deserve to be in Jerusalem because Moses said it. I don't know. But I'm curious as what the conversations are in your actual real lives. I'm also curious as what the conversations surrounding what's happening in Palestine, what those conversations look like in the black church or even church period. But I'm black, so I worry about black church. But even in regular, not regular, I'm sorry, about in the regular white church. What are they talking about in the regular white church and in the black church? Because I know that there are, radical members of the cloth, but not really though, because religious folks have a tendency to err on the side of conservatism. So outside of pulpits in black churches where, the pastor might have some political consciousness about them, what's the regular black pastors talking about? What's Creflo Dollar talking about? I mean, he ain't regular, but you understand what I'm saying. Like niggas that just pop open the Bibles, just start reading scripture. Like, do they not have anything to say about the status of Palestinians and the carnage and the outright slaughter that's going on to the women and children there in Gaza and even including those in the West Bank? Do they have any condemnation for Israel? Is this being framed as some sort of holy war in the pulpits of American churches, Christian churches? I'm curious. Because I know, it's not that I think, I know that history is going to judge this period very harshly, I hope. And it is incumbent upon us to be the truth tellers about what actually happened here. You know what I'm saying? We still don't have an ending to this. The bombing still continues in Rafah. In fact, didn't I hear that the Israelis gave another evacuation order to Palestinians who had fled to the south of the country? And it's like, evacuate to where? To the sea? What to eat? Like where? Egypt? Like where do you want these people to fucking go? And the reason they're trying to get them to evacuate is because once they leave, they're not going to be allowed to come back. They're not going to be allowed to come back to their homes. They're not going to be allowed to come back to their cities. They're not going to be allowed to come back to their places of worship. This is ethnic cleansing. They are removing Palestinians from the rest, the remaining small sliver of land that they had in Gaza. They're getting them all up out of there. And whether or not they have to bomb hospitals full of babies and injured people who have suffered catastrophic injuries, the cruelty and the macabreness of the IDF forces and Netanyahu and the Biden administration indicate that none of that matters. None of that absolutely matters. And anytime the United States wants to stand up on the stage and on the world stage, that is, and declare itself, the moral leader, or appointing itself with some sort of moral authority, or wag its finger at Russia, especially in the wake of the death of Alexei Navalny. It's like, US, you ain't got the room, baby. Your arms are too short to box with God. Your throat is too short. Your voice cannot stretch in the direction of any moral high ground on anything. And that's part of the reason why I think that America as a state and Americans are I can't even say passive about it because I know there's been hundreds of thousands of people in the streets supporting Palestinians, but that's the mobilization effort, right? What is actually happening in the people that don't go out to the protests? And I think it's because this country was built and founded upon genocide. So when Americans who believe fully in the ethos of America, when they see genocide happening other places, they just shrug their shoulders and say, "Hey, that's the cost of doing business." You know what I'm saying? Them people shouldn't be there. Those people should go away because our colonizing instincts, oh shit, tell us that we have claim to this. Thank you so much for whoever that was. Somebody, y'all did y'all hear that? Did the mic pick that up? I'm sorry. I get distracted by the Cash App. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. What does that say? Oh, Derek. Thank you so much, Derek L. Thank you for your Cash App support. Derek's been a consistent supporter of the platform. We appreciate that. Guys, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm sure we're probably going to talk about this and other things more on the Remix Morning Show tomorrow morning on Black Power Media. Join us Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern. But just to be clear, this is what happened today. And I'm not even sure to the extent it's going to get covered on national news or how it's going to get framed on national news. But make no mistake about it. The United States is I want to say going at this alone, but it's the U.S. plus Israel, right? And they going at it alone. It's the U.S. and Israel against the world, literally, okay? But the problem is, I don't know what countries have the audacity or even the ability to stop this. So in the interim, we want to shout out Iran, shout out to Iran, shout out to the Houthis out here in Yemen. The Houthis out here still causing chaos in the Red Sea, y'all. So shout out, is it the Red Sea or is it Mediterranean? Anyway, in the region, in the area, maybe all of the seas, who knows? But shout out to the Houthis for still fucking up shit and causing headaches, I would say, to Western interests there in that part of the world. So fuck the Biden administration, fuck the Netanyahu administration, and fuck anybody that is agreeing with what is happening in Palestine, and fuck anybody who is not even trying to do anything to stop it, let alone speak out against it, right? All right. I'm sorry, guys. I saw that today and I said, no. We're not going to let that go unaddressed. I'm just very tired of this goddamn country enabling fuckery on its own and then enabling other people to fuck over other people, as the case is in Israel. So there's that. DJ Vesper X, thank you so much for showing up here today, baby. What's up? Who is that? Wait. I feel like I know who that is. That sounds familiar. KNS. Oh, what's up, Sith Lord? Thank you so much. Big Teal, thank you so much, Big Teal. Big Teal, why the man them was on EYL? What did you say? you made one of them grumpy. I said Big Teal didn't mean that shit. She was just playing. Thank you, Fernie French, for being in the building. Noli D. I just saw in my goddamn Instagram messages, because I don't check the shit, right? I mean, I don't check the shit. Noli D, somebody sent me that video that you cut up of me. I said, who cut this? I was so impressed and appreciative of that, Noli D. I couldn't believe that someone had done that. And when I found out it was you, I said, oh my gosh, look at Noli D ascending her way up the list of my favorite people. I said, this is great. So thank you so much for that, Noli D. Maybe we'll play it on Friday, but maybe y'all should go on Instagram. Follow Noli D at Strange Mind Dark Heart. That's her on Instagram. And Noli D be dropping bombs on that jump. So yeah, follow Noli D. She does great things. I appreciate that, Noli D. I was so Like, I couldn't believe it. And I said, wow, someone watched the show and cut up these clips. That is crazy. So thank you so much for that, baby. I appreciate it. All right, gang. So, like I mentioned to you, we are in the midst. What's up, KJ Sakuna? We are in the midst. What's up, Gigi Macha? We are in the midst of a winter fundraiser. Okay. Now look at y'all. Y'all already breaking us off with the kind that folds. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to keep this thing going. This is independent Black woman led media. This is Kim Brown's commentary. This is, this is where I get to let it fly from my corner of the world. And I don't care how I say it. I don't care how it comes off. But you guys know that ultimately I love y'all. I can't say I love all people, but I do love y'all. And ultimately, I think you guys know I mean well, right? Like, I'm not just over here mean and shit. Like, I'm angry and hurt about injustice and fucking inhumanity around the world. And I would like for that shit to stop, right? So, we got to cuss motherfuckers on a regular basis in order to hope, to affect that change as much as we are able. We got to do that. But in order to keep doing that, we need literally material support this time. So we need some material support. I want to thank everybody that has already run us some bucks. And there you go. I did look at Noli. Who does that Nolini? Wait, what does that say? Ran us some bucks, but there's a myriad of ways in which you can support the channel. Jesus, look at the children. Xavier, thank you so much for your support. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. And understand, gang, there is no amount that is too small. Thank you so much, Naughty G. Are you related to Noli D, Naughty G? Or y'all cousins? Okay, got it. You can run us Cash App supports like Xavier J just did. Thank you so much. That's at fuck. Now I'm not. Stop sending me messages during the shit, y'all. I get easily distracted. Vesper, I love you. Send me them shits at 8:00. Wait a minute, baby. Okay. Cash App $BIDWKB. Venmo at BIDWKB. You can hit us at PayPal as well. Well, PayPal. Oh, Jesus, Jody, thank you, Jody, for your Cash App support. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Jody. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what we need. PayPal.me/BIDWKB, or you can support us and become a patron. Patreon.com/BIDWKB, as John Kemper did. We did get a new patron. Hold on. Kemper. That's Kemper. Wait, where's the other one? We did get another patron. Hold on. Oh, you guys know I'm so bad with this, but it's not for lack of gratitude. It's lack of focus. It's not because I'm not grateful that I don't shout out everybody. It's because I can't concentrate on all the shit. I'd be like, I'm overwhelmed. But shout out to the A. I'm gonna shout out to the A, because A is the person who became a patron. And I'm not able to find their name quickly at the moment, so my apologies. But I see you and I thank you and I appreciate you. And thank you. So guys, this is how you keep us out here on YouTube's. Support us, because we really try our best out here. Will, shout out to Will, shout out to Molly. I gotta make it Will and Molly's worthwhile. Tasha, thank you. Timo, that's what I'm talking about. That's a fat dub, Tasha. Thank you. Hold on. What you say? Lies have. Wait. Oh, lives have been spared. Sorry, baby. But the truth has endured. Thank you, baby. The truth has endurance. I appreciate that, Tasha. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, guys, I appreciate anything that you guys can do. So let me move on to this next story, because this joint's a bit of a doozy. Let me sit up. Not anywhere as serious as our last story, but I've got questions. I've got lots of questions. I appreciate y'all being here. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel BIDWKB. Burn It Down with Kim Brown on your YouTube and everywhere on the internet. So the story has been going viral for the past few days, especially around Twitter, and I do believe it initially originated on Instagram. So a 30-year-old mother, Will, if you could pop up the article, because I think it has the young lady's picture on there. There we go. And again, I'm not trying to throw up this woman's picture to embarrass or humiliate her, but sometimes you tell on yourself, and I feel as though this oversharing age that we are in regarding social media is causing a lot of people to get in trouble when they otherwise would not have gotten trouble if they'd have just shut the fuck up, right? If they'd have just kept their business to themselves, it wouldn't be the police knocking at your door. So this is 30-year-old Jasmine Moss. Jasmine Moss is an esthetician out of Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. And days ago, Jasmine posted on her Instagram images, which I do not have here. And even if I did have these images, I don't think that I would share them. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm coming back to that. Hold on. Jasmine posted a picture on Instagram of her daughter. Reports are not firm on this child's age. I've seen reports that this little girl is 5 years old. I've seen other reports that she's 7 years old. But either way, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old are little girls, right? So let's just say this little girl onwards. You shall hence be referred to as the little girl. So Jasmine posted images of her little girl helping her in her business. And what drew the ire of the internet is that some of the images that Jasmine posted was of her young daughter giving women Brazilian waxes. Now, for those who may not be familiar with the whole wax lingo, the body wax lingo, the Brazilian is where they take off all of your pubic hairs, right? I'm talking about on the top. They're taking it off your labia. They're taking it round your anus area. Hair gone everywhere. Everywhere down there, the hair is gone. That's the Brazilian, okay? And then bikini is a little less invasive. They don't take everything, but they take enough, right? But regardless, so apparently Jasmine allowed her daughter to work with her literally all day, like from early in the morning to 6-7 o'clock in the evening. And the daughter is reported to have provided Brazilian wax services for over 24 clients, or around 24 clients, right? And this drew quite a response from the internet. By the way, the caption Jasmine included under these pictures of her little child, her little daughter, providing Brazilian wax services to women. The caption read something along the lines of that, I'm passing down LLC and skills to the next generation. And people were pissed because they didn't think that, number one, that and the child reportedly, according to the mother, earned $700 that day. The 5 and or 7-year-old earned $700 in one day, providing services to women getting their pubic hair removed. Questions. Now the time is appropriate for a Cameron or Mace pause. If there was ever a time for a pause, here is where we pause, boys and girls, because as you see there in the photo and the subsequent headline, that the mom, Jasmine, is accused of letting her child wax naked women, and now she has been charged with both child neglect and child abuse. Because once these images of the child providing Brazilian wax services to women went viral, Memphis Police Department got a number of phone calls and complaints about this, and apparently went to Jasmine Moss's home and arrested her and charged her with child abuse and neglect. So there's a lot here that I don't like. And let me start with the conduct of the mom first. First of all, baby girl, you wouldn't be in this situation. First of all, I disagree with letting the child perform Brazilian waxes. Let me lay that as the foundation because if you wanted to pass along the skill of body waxing, there are certainly other areas on the body that an aspiring esthetician at the tender age of 7 could be better, more appropriately allowed to wax instead of the pubic area, right? You could let the baby wax the arms or the armpits or wax some mustaches or wax some legs, wax that lower half of the leg. You didn't have to set the baby to start waxing the coochies. Okay, baby, now here you, oh, Jesus, you got to spread the labia. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. So let me lay the blame squarely at the feet of Jasmine for doing that goofy shit to begin with, allowing her child to labor literally all day. But then the next goofy thing that Jasmine did is that she posted this information online for everybody to see and to consume. And I felt bad for her in the sense that this 30-year-old clearly very ignorant about what is appropriate for children to do when it comes to work and the areas that a child would be comfortable or should be even allowed to be engaged in her particular profession, right? But the reason she's in trouble is not because she let the kid do the shit, it's because she posted the shit online for all to see. And I have to wonder what kind of insecurities some of these younger parents, and I mean, 30, she's not a baby, but she ain't grown, you know what I mean? Like if she was 40, then she'd be grown. I mean, 30 is grown, but don't get me wrong, she's still a young mother out here. So, but it's like, is that some sort of parental insecurity? Or, that let me post with, let me show everybody what my baby can do. But it's like, baby, nobody told you that it may not look right to have your little daughter hanging around strangers, basically pubic areas. should she be touching anybody else's labia besides her own? The answer is no. The answer is no. But the other part of this that bothers me is I'm gonna say it's the snitching part. Because while I feel as though the child being compelled to wax pubic hair is definitely inappropriate, I can't say that it's criminal, right? They charge this lady with child abuse and child neglect. Now, for a little bit more context, all of these services were reported to be performed in the woman's home, right? So she and her baby are housed, right? I'm assuming that the child is fed and cared for if the mother bragged and posted on Instagram that in one day the child earned $700. So I'm guessing that she at least took the baby to McDonald's, right? I mean, the baby's eating and the baby is housed. So I can't see neglect. And I don't even see abuse. I see an adult who obviously didn't have a lot of guidance herself, perhaps in one instance, not have the full presence and wherewithal to understand the magnitude of what she was sharing with the world pertaining to her baby, right? And I just wonder, y'all, like, I know that the reason that this woman has been criminally charged is not necessarily just because people started calling and telling, which again, I'm not sure I agree with that. Because there's inappropriate and there's actual harm and abuse. And I don't think that this child was being abused. I think this child was allowed to do something inappropriate, but I don't think the mother was doing it in a way to sexualize the child or to introduce the child. I mean, we in this country, America's a puritanical country. We really do have a problem with the naked body and especially the naked female form, like where women's bodies are still looked at as, there's vulgarity, for example, the dress codes at public schools, it's always the girls being sent home with the short skirt or the cleavage out. Like there's a lot of regulation around women's bodies and a lot of, you know, the offhandedness about how we interact with the woman body, especially. And yes, let me be clear, it's inappropriate for a child to be doing this. But the way that people have made it online as though like this was some sexual thing, I disagree with that. I don't think that's what this was. I think that this was just a very naive and not very worldly minded young mother who didn't fully understand the gravity of what she was doing, and perhaps some insecurities in her parenting compelled her to post this shit online. But we know for a fact, you guys know this, that if this had been white Jasmine from, you know, Bartlett outside of, like, I don't see a white mother being arrested and charged with the same thing. This is a conversation. You do send a social worker over there. You do send maybe child protective services, and maybe that's incorrect of me to say, considering what we know about child protective services, courtesy of you know, sisters like Amanda Wallace, who does the Stop CPS movement, that we have, you know, been informed about. But a social worker should have been engaged and gone over there and had a chat with Jasmine and asked her, you know, why do you have your child doing this? Why did you post this? What else has the child seen and experienced? I don't think that any of this is criminal, and I think it is criminal in itself to criminalize this mother's bad decision. But I know for a fact that Black and brown parents, especially Black and brown mothers, are under so much increased scrutiny, and everybody's a critic. Everybody got something to say about your parenting, about how your kids act, and this, that, and the third. And I know that the way that this Black mother has been treated, I don't think a white mother doing something comparable would have been criminally charged with anything. So there's that. Also, there's been criticism online about the women who allowed a child to provide them with waxing services. And there, I think we have a fair argument because y'all, ladies and fellas, I mean, I know some there's men that get these waxing services done too. In what world am I gonna let a second grader? I don't care. I don't care how well she talk. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how many cooches she has waxed. The second grader cannot come apply wax to my labia. Okay. Like, I don't know how 24 women allowed themselves to sit for these services provided by the child. The TikTokers have been complaining, saying that, oh, all of these women were pedophiles and they were sexual deviants. How could you let a child, you know, provide? I don't see it as sexual. I just see people just not thinking clearly and not thinking rationally. Like me personally, I need a professional doing that. I can't. This is not work for amateurs. Removing women's pubic hair, right? You know, we need precision. We need the proper timing. The proper pressure must be applied. Like cleanliness. You know, everything must be sterile and everything. Like I need a professional to do that kind of work. I do not need a second grader to do that kind of work. I would fuck a second grader. I don't need no TIF 12th. I don't need no freshman in college. No, I need somebody who know what the fuck they're doing. And I don't care how many coochies that the second grader, the 7-year-old has serviced with the waxing. There's no way she could do mine, right? But 24 women allowed the child to do said thing. And that to me is very strange. It is strange. I don't think it's criminal. I do think it's weird as fuck. I don't think anybody showed up to Jasmine's house for their Brazilian appointment and got aroused when she was like, "Oh, my daughter's gonna do it." I don't think anybody was like, "Ooh," you know what I mean? I think they was just like, "Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, you teaching her?" I mean, there's so much about this story that is cringe. But again, the two biggest cringe things for me: one, stop getting on the internet and tell it on your fucking self. Okay, let's start there. And I need all of y'all. I know we got some youngins in here. To everybody that's 30 and under, please go tell your little friends that for clicks and likes, it's not worth it to broadcast every corner of your business. And please, especially if you're posting pictures or anything pertaining to children, think twice, think thrice, even before you post anything with a child's image in it. Consider what you were posting. Consider whether or not someone could misinterpret the image or video that you are about to post of this child, right? Because ultimately, yes, Jasmine should have used better judgment. But because she wanted the clout, because she wanted the clicks and the likes, now she's facing criminal charges. And that's wrong, I think. I don't think that this girl, this young woman, this young mother should have to learn this painful lesson through the court system. That should have been a conversation. Her mother should have sat down with her grandmother, her aunties, one of the older women coming to get her waxing services should have been like, you letting the baby do this? Girl. No. Are you familiar with child labor laws? No. This child can, like, you know what I'm saying? She needed some auntieing intervention. She needed some mother or some granny intervention. And I don't think that jail is appropriate. I don't think any engagement with the criminal injustice system or even law enforcement is appropriate in this. I think somebody should have went over and talked to her, period, point blank. But because she wanted to do it for the likes, she wanted to do it for the gram, now her dumb ass is looking at charges. And that's unfortunate. So, let this be a reminder. Please, it's okay. You don't have to tell us all your business. You don't have to tell us all your baby's business. You don't have to tell us how much money you made. You don't have to tell us how many clients you service. If you are here to promote your business, then do that. But don't promote the fact that you are exploiting your child's labor. Don't promote the fact that you are subjecting your child to at least an inappropriate situation. And the baby doesn't need to see all that. You know what I mean? I have less of an issue with the child seeing other vaginas. But no, let me rephrase. I do have an issue with that. That is issue worthy. Let me resend what the fuck I just said, because yes, that is deeply problematic. Like, the child really should only be encountering her own, right? She don't need to be encountering strange and foreigns, right? Like, she should only be encountering her own pubic area at 7 years old. And if her mother wants to teach her the skills of the trade, she can do that, but she can do that when it's age appropriate. And 7 years old in the second grade, absolutely not age appropriate, but at the same time, not criminal behavior either. So the fact that another Black mother is being persecuted for making a bad decision, not a catastrophically bad decision, but a bad decision, a decision of poor judgment. Now she's going to be subjected to the criminal injustice system, and now everybody's going to know that her daughter knows how to give Brazilian, which is all of this is tremendous weirdo shit. But there you go. Aren't you glad I brought y'all that story? Were y'all familiar with the story? I'm sure you were, because y'all are some sharp cookies out here. But like, I saw that. I'm like, why? Why though? Why all around? Why is a child giving Brazilians? Why is the mother allowing the child to give Brazilians? Why would any woman come and accept a Brazilian service from a child? Why were the police involved? Why is she charged with child abuse? Like, there's a lot. There's a lot there. So anywho. Thank you guys so much. What was the other thing I had to tell you? I already mentioned the fundraiser, and y'all have already showed up, showed fuck out, boop, boop, boop. That was Alicia who sent that. Thank you. No. Yes, that was Alicia. Thank you, baby. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for your Cash App support. There was something else I had to tell y'all, and now I can't remember what the fuck it was. Oh, well, I didn't finish twisting my hair, as y'all see. Wait, you know what? I don't got to show it again. Because you guys know I'm not gifted nor proficient at the feminine arts. And this is one of them days that I don't care. I don't care who know, who see that I don't do hair well. Y'all be all right. Because I'll be all right. You know why? Because I'm grown out here. And guess what? Hair undone, still fine. Fuck with me. I'm sorry. That was a Leo moment. My apologies. I can't remember what it was I had to say. So I'm just going to keep it moving and mind my goddamn business. I can't remember what it was. Now I'm pissed. That's fine. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, did you guys hear that Frankie Beverly is going on his last tour? Did you all know that? To our white friends, do you all know who Frankie Beverly is? White friends, your assignment tonight. I bet you Quaker got the whole Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. She got the whole anthology, right? Quaker, that shit pops up at dinner time. I know Quaker know who Frankie Beverly is. For the rest of y'all, y'all got some homework. Y'all got some assignments. You need to visit Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. May I recommend Running Away? May I recommend We Are One? Ooh, may I please recommend my favorite Maze featuring Frankie Beverly song? It's the Golden Time of Day. Yes! Yes, y'all, this is real black shit, okay? I'm letting y'all in. I'm letting the non-blacks in on a well-kept open secret in the black community that Frankie Beverly and Maze are institutions, okay? Multi-decade institutions of the highest caliber of rhythm and blues music. And the fact that Frankie Beverly is going to not lay it down, excuse me. I guess to stop it or, retire or, whatever he's doing is really tremendous news. So maybe we'll get into that tomorrow morning, a little bit more on the Remex Mernon show. But yes, our white friends, you've got assignments. And anybody black. Now, Tyler's young. So if Tyler doesn't know who Frankie Beverly and Maze is, I'll give him a pass. But Tyler's got a proper Gen X black mama out here. So I already know Tyler know who the fuck Frankie Beverly is. But for the rest of y'all, if y'all not up on Frankie Beverly, get with the shits. Damien, I'm talking to you too over there in the UK. You better start streaming Maze featuring Frankie Beverly's. Because it's dope. So there's that. All right, gang. So for this last segment, I may ask young Wilbert to join us for a moment if we could. So this is the lighthearted part of the program, everybody. Please give the video a like, a thumbs up. Follow us different places around the internet at BIDWKB. Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Your man's Donald J. Trump, the presumed Republican presidential nominee seeking a second term. Trump is busy out here, y'all. Trump is on the run eating. After coming off some losses, he done took some L's in court where he's got to come up off some Skrilla, right? He owes E. Jean Carroll 80-some million for defamation, and then New York State hit him with the $370 blah 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 million. Trump said, I ain't tripping. Trump said, if any NATO niggas don't pay their bills, Russia, let the chopper sing. That's to show you how Trump ain't tripping. Trump don't give a fuck out here. And just to show you that Trump is still, think what you want about him. And by the way, I despise him. I think Trump is a Klansman. I know sometimes when I speak about Trump, it doesn't sound like I hate him. And the reason it doesn't sound like I hate him is because I'm kind of rooting for the nigga because I know he is going to be the one to pull America all the way down, right? Like, I mean, Biden is setting the table, but Trump, y'all not ready for what Trump's going to do, right? And that's why everybody, the Democrats especially, so shook up like Trump's going to end democracy. Bitch, black people never had no fucking democracy. So let's see how the whites like it. let's see what the end of democracy looks like for everybody else, because I can assure you, black people have not enjoyed full democracy out here at all. I guess everybody else is going to have to catch up and learn once Trump gets in there and do what he do. But Trump said, you know what? He's going to diversify his portfolio. And now Trump has jumped into the sneaker business, right? And I guess you can call it a business. Will, pop up that website. Trump was at SneakerCon in Philadelphia over the weekend. Yeah. And he released the new Air Magas. Now, I don't know that he's calling them the Air Magas. I called them the Air Magas. They call them this is one of Trump's shoes, okay? And yes, sold out. You see it right there. This is President Trump's official snigger. Will, is that the screenshot or is that a website? Can we click around on this and look at some of the offerings on said site? So Trump introduced these
screenshot.
That's a screenshot. Bo, can
I didn't want to give any more views to the site.
Oh, nigga, it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up. Because Trump is not only selling sneakers on this joint, he's selling cologne. And y'all, to be clear, I mean, I'm not saying y'all go buy this shit. No, I'm just marveling at what people will throw their money at. Okay. So those Trump sneakers, as you see, they're listed as sold out. Those were selling for $400, $399. From what I understand, he only made 1,000 pairs available, and they did sell out, right? So let's see, 1,000 pairs times 400. Oh, he made a little money off them shits. But I wanted Will's take on this because I thought Will was a sneakerhead, but then he corrected me and said he's not really a sneakerhead. But I'm curious because I'm not a sneakerhead. When Jordans was hot, when I was a kid, high school, middle school, whatever, like I couldn't afford no fucking Jordans. So even kind of to this day, like the Jordans as a thing, like it doesn't hold any sway with me. I'm not a sneakerhead at all. Just because I was too poor to be one when the sneakers was popping, and I sort of kept that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about sneakers. I just need something to walk in, right? So I don't give a fuck about shoes. But for people that do care about them, I'm curious, do y'all think these joints is cute? Are they cute? Will, if you're not ready to click around on that, can we run one of the videos? And honestly, I looked at so many TikToks from Trump's SneakerCon appearance. Now I can't remember what in the hell which one I pulled. What we got here, Will?
Just the site.
So okay, so talk to the folks. So we got some special. So click on the shoes. What's them
Ain't nothing.
them clan reds over there? What's them joints?
Let me go up.
The Air Magas.
If you ain't got less than $200, you on that Yeezy price tip.
I wonder if Yeezy dumbass helped this nigga design these shoes. What's them say? Are those the never surrenders? Or those the 45s?
T-Reds, T-Red Wave, and then there's the POTUS 45.
Yo.
Somebody likes living in the past.
Okay. It's wild because, first of all, Trump has sold a lot of things. He had his own airline. He had his own university. I think there was a Trump vodka. Trump has sold a lot of shit, hotels, casinos, etc. Him pulling up a sneaker was not one that I saw coming. But I'm trying to ascertain, is this a naked ploy to attract the attention of either younger voters or voters of color or sneakerheads or all of the above?
I think it's young voters, but also I don't know. I don't think so because it's like who's buying this shit? Nobody's not buying this shit.
Au contraire, young William. Au contraire.
I wouldn't buy this shit.
The dog. Wait till
three per customer. You can only buy 3 of anything per customer. It's gonna be at your gas station, and I'm surprised.
Well, from what I understand, some of these joints are reselling on eBay for a pretty penny. you know? So if they retail at $400, you can imagine what the resale is going to be for the MAGA faithful, right? But I mean, are they cute, Will? Like, is it? I mean, I know you wouldn't rock no air.
Are they?
No.
Yeah. Are they cute? Is I don't know what kind of question is that. I have no idea. Are these? I mean, they you know they who they for? Honestly, like you could just tell they. This wasn't a design with fashion or relevancy as far as like modern sneaker design. Like this wasn't that. This was I was telling you too. It's like it's not that I don't call myself a sneakerhead. It's just more like when the time that I was transitioning to adulthood and teenage, it was like it's this what we call it hype beast. So they would outprice, they would buy everything and then limit the access or get bots or whatever case may be to whatever popular shoe or whatever is in style. We sneaker community, people that like sneakers just to wear them and stuff like that, it's like that was just, these are things that we saw either growing up or wanted to get when we were older. None of these things are speaking to the T45s. Like these are dad, like these are somebody's, like you said, somebody's uncle. These easy to slip. I mean, these like, you don't got a pair of these, Kim? These are easy to slip on.
You got jokes, nigga. You cracking old people jokes.
You got
I see you.
Orthopedic sole.
You funny.
And you can smell like them too. Smell like a Trump lady,
nigga.
What is this victory lady?
Yeah, I do want us to come back to the cologne because I can't even imagine what them shits would smell like. Because Trump doesn't, Trump is a lot of things, but he does not strike me as a man that smells good, right? Like that nigga. Like I never thought that. Hey, if I ever hug Donald Trump, I'd be like, he smells. No, that nigga probably smells like fucking KFC and like Polo cologne. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with Polo cologne, by the way, but
I say Axe and
Axe. Yeah, I'd say that too.
Something by Old Spice. Yeah, these. I mean, that's the demo for this stuff. It's like these are Old Spice. No disrespect to the people that get their Old Spice on, but this is for y'all. This ain't for cool. I'm trying to fit anything. These are for his demographic. Like,
well, I wanted to take a look at some of that demographic again because I don't know what to make of sneaker culture these days. Because I mean, first of all, I like to credit Black Gen Xers. I mean, we created everything fucking cool, the past 30 years. Like that, yeah, that's us. Like we did sneaker culture, right? Even though I did not participate out of poverty, but still, I still acknowledge the contributions of the creators, right? So. And I'm sorry to all of our, non-Black friends present. I'm sorry, but the whites ruined sneaker culture, right? Ruined it. They ruined it. They ruined it because they did have the money, because they could buy all the shoes, right? And then that priced, just regular shoe enthusiasts like Will out the market, right? Because here come Joey with his confirmation money, and he's spending up. he done spent $3,000 of his confirmation money on sneakers, and his buddies on the basketball team can't. Anyway, let me shut up. So anyway, I want to show y'all who is buying some of these Trump sneakers, because Trump at SneakerCon did an auction, right? For some autographed shoes, I think for the opportunity maybe to even meet the president. But somebody put up a lot of fucking money, a lot of money to get some of these ugly ass Uncle Force Ones out this bitch. So, Will, let's run that first clip of the man who paid, spoiler alert, thousands of dollars for these Trump Force Ones. Let's take a look.
Mr. President, I'm the one that won your signed sneakers here at SneakerCon in Philadelphia. Was very, very, extremely happy to see you, see your face, see you speak to the crowd. Hopefully, we're going to have a winning, we're going to have a winning celebration come this November. I will be wearing these one-of-one Donald Trump signed sneakers, but the only president I recognize the last 4 years, Donald J. Trump.
And how much did you pay for those?
9,000 the bidding ended at.
You bid $9,000.
Well, it was an auction, so
It was an
it kept
auction?
going and going and going. I wasn't going to stop until I won them. So
Really? Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to pass this on to President Trump. And what is your name?
I'm Roman Sharp,
And where are you from?
Philadelphia.
Great. Congratulations. Thank you.
Now, whose mob nephew is that? That's the thing. That's the thing about I'm sorry, white folks. I love y'all, but not all of y'all. Our white friends that are present, you know I love y'all. Quaker, Damien, the Schultz in here, the Franny, Donnie, like the whites that we fuck with y'all, but they're all cousins. I don't know, but like, does that look like a man that has $9,000 to spend on sneakers? I'd be so disarmed by like the casual monies that white people be having, because they don't look like that man did not look like he had fucking $9,000 sitting around to spend on some fucking shoes from Donald Trump. That nigga looked like he was on pills, or he just had a haggard face. I don't know what was up with his face. But anyway, $9,000, y'all. $9,000 is what this man spent on some Trump Force Ones, and he's from Philadelphia. And I know Infinite Content is in here. I know Trump supporters in Philly surprise nobody from Philly, right? because we just know how this shit go down. But regardless. So wait a minute. We're not done. It was some other waywards out here very excited about the release of Trump's shoes. And Will, if we could knock that next video from the Black Trump supporter. Now, I will say, guys, when I first looked at this video, I thought this man was kidding. I thought he was joking. I thought he was being sarcastic. And then you'll see towards the end of the video, no. He is absolutely quite serious with his level of enthusiasm for the Trump Force Ones. Will, let's take a look.
Oh, man, what? I know Trump ain't just dropped the J6s, a.k.a. the Trump Force Ones. I'm definitely going to have to cop me a pair. It's going to look good with that MAGA hat. Definitely a collector's item. And to you haters, at least he showed up on time versus showing up a year later after the event. Play the clip. Ferragamo. They just gold with an American flag on it. And they're gonna look good with my hat, boy. Best president in the world. Right there. Trump 2024.
Wow. A lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion in this room. Thank you.
It's funny to me that the White House had the nerve to comment on this, even though it took Biden a year to show up in Ohio. My question is, what has Biden done interesting lately? At least Trump's getting out there and enjoying it. Just imagine Biden trying to pull this off, especially talking for 10 minutes with a teleprompter. Remember, folks, for more mean tweet commentary, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I know, Will, but he did say something funny after he plugged his YouTube channel. I knew he was going to cut it, because I didn't want the nigga to plug his shit on my shit.
I got you. I'm gonna play it.
Okay. He did
Don't
say
hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out some more mean tweet commentary. And don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. It is official Craig Long 45. Now, my only drawback with these shoes are, I hope they ain't made in China. Either way, I'm gonna cop me a pair. You wokesters.
Okay, I see why you did that. Your wokesters is crazy.
Will, what's up with your cousin from Henrico?
That's your fucking people right there.
That's your people from Powhatan out there.
He cut your grass every Wednesday. He come in them fucking MAGAs. Yo had the it's like unhinge your mouth from his Johnson, sir.
His thing. But Will and to the Fire Fam, to Will and the Fire Fam, y'all, one of y'all goofy ass uncles. Now I'm talking to white folks too. Now black and white and Latino, because I know some of y'all got some Tias and some Tios out here that is MAGAs, MAGA Tio, Tia MAGA out here. One of y'all goofy ass uncles is gonna cop them joints, right? And I need you to out them and shame them. Like actually, when you see your wayward uncle, your wayward white black or Hispanic uncle, because somebody uncle is going to cop them joints, them Arab-magas, size them up like, oh, you killing them with the you gotta size them. You can't even shame them actually, because obviously they're wearing the shame for themselves right there on their feet. And I'm certain anybody that's gonna buy them Trump shoes, they have already purchased other pieces of Trump merchandise, right? So they've already got the hat, they've got all kinds of shit, right? So if they getting them the Air Magas, the J6s, it's the brother called. I know.
You
better.
water when you put those on.
What's that? What happens?
I said you gotta water. You water when you put those on. They make your feet spread.
To the point that he also said, Will, he said, I hope that they're not made in China. So when you go
and then turn around and say, if they are, I don't give a damn.
Right.
Like what? Like, sir, we know he's in bed with China. Like, how do you think we getting all of this cheap shit? Like, how do you? Nothing on that site said American made. Nothing on there said
nope.
Strictly made by Americans for that shit is from Temu.
It is ambiguous.
Y'all paying 100, he paid 10 tops for that shit.
Temu, that's the shit they was advertising during the Super Bowl, right? Anyway, y'all needed to know that, because at the end of the day, y'all, we are not going to find any pleasure. There's not going to be anything fun about this election cycle at all. Like it's fucking Weekend at Bernie's and goddamn, NYC George Wallace, right? Like, I mean, these are our choices for president anyway. Well, I choose neither. I choose violence. That's who the fuck I choose. I don't choose Biden or Trump. I choose fucking violence out this bitch. But at the same time, like, as America goes down in flames, I mean, can we at least find the humor in the situation? Can we take a little bit of entertainment from the spectacle? And I'm telling y'all, Trump is a spectacle. If he's nothing else, he is an incompetent blabbering showman, though. You know what I mean? Like, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He switches subjects, and even within the subject he speaks of, he don't know what the hell he's saying. But goddamn, that should be hilarious. It does. And I know all y'all not going to like this, but seriously, if you want some laughs, smoke and then go watch Trump at a rally, because he's going to say the wildest shit that you, as much as we have heard a decade plus politically anyway of Trump talking wild shit, it never ceases to tickle me personally. Like I laugh at the shit, because I said, look at America. Look at what America has wrought. Look at what America has chosen. Look at what America has decided to bring forth. You know what I'm saying? In the last days, the demons come onward. Like they come on. And America made a choice, whether or not, he definitely lost the popular vote regardless, but many somebodies, millions of somebodies voted for him to even be in the position to be president, right? So this is what America has chosen. And to me, nobody embodies America more than Donald Trump. Arrogant, ignorant, acquired wealth off the exploitation and stealing of others, a scammer, like violent without provocation, hates women. Like, this is America. Like, Trump is America. Like, he is, if when he wraps himself in the flag, I said, oh, that shit is on brand. Like, yes. So anyway, I wanted to bring you guys the J6s, the Air Magas, the Trump Force Ones, and to your goofy ass uncle, your Uncle Carl or your Uncle Carlito, you have to clown them, but clown them in the way that you sicing them up. So I want you to shoot video. So when your Uncle Carlito comes out with them Air Magas, you're like, yo, Unc, you killing them. Unc, look at that. That match your hat, Unc. It matches your matches your golf shirt. It matches. You got to size them up. You know what I'm saying? You got to make Unc, do a little walk for y'all and everything, because fuck it, y'all. If we shall go down, shall we not go down with a smile and with a bit of a laugh and a giggle, I say yes. I say yes. So anyway, y'all, that's the show. Look at this. 8:25. God damn, I still managed to run my mouth for an hour and a half. My bad. So anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow morning on the Remex morning show. I might twist the rest of my hair. We'll see. We'll see. It's a game time decision. It's a game time decision. Hold on. Let me say goodbye. Let me get in the chat real quick. Don't forget, everybody. Thanks to everyone that's already sent us some support. We are in the early stages of our winter fundraiser. Anybody that can send any support, we appreciate it. Our cash platforms are Cash App, $BIDWKB, Venmo at BIDWKB, PayPal.me/BIDWKB, and Patreon.com/BIDWKB. I want to thank everybody. Who else? Who is it? What do I see? Who do I see? Everybody that support, again, the free support is appreciated, y'all, but you know, we appreciate the support that jingles, but now it's time for the support that folds. So Yipper99, what's up? So anything that you can do, spread the word. What's up, Schultze? Tonight, Schultze, Frankie Beverly and Maze. Schultze, while you're rolling up, this is your assignment. Actually, let me say it correct. Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Let me say it right. This is your assignment, our white folks. You are welcome, because I'm hipping y'all to some shit. I'm gonna get a call from the Negro Council. They're gonna ask me, why are you putting white people on to Maze featuring Frankie Beverly? I said, because they need to know. Because they need to know. The whites they need to have some nice things in their life. They keep getting Taylor Swift and they think it's the greatest shit ever. And I feel terrible for them. Like, they need to know what some quality shit is. So let me put them on to Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. And you're welcome. Who is this? Who is this running us some membership support? Hey, Nat. Thank you, Nat. Thank you so much, Nat. Now, Nat said, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Yes. Good night, Nat. Thank you. Let's go out on a high note. Gang, we'll see y'all on the Remix Morning Show, Black Power Media, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern. We will see you back here for Burn It Down with Kim Brown on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much to Molly, and thank you so much to Will for all that you guys do. And we will see y'all back here, Fire Fam. Thank you guys on Friday. See y'all later. Bye-bye, y'all. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.